In this video I will discuss about major main parts of engine. Block. Engine block is an important parts of an engine. It is made by pouring the molten iron or aluminum alloy into a mold. The mold is made such that we should have required number of holes in the casted block, which are said to be the number of cylinders of an engine or engine cylinders. 2. Piston. Piston is a cylindrical structure with a flat surface called crown at the top. Piston is the component that moves up and down in an engine cylinder. Wait, what it would cause? Friction if one cylinder piston moving up and down in another cylinder. To overcome this problem, grooves are made on the circumference of this cylindrical structure. 3. Connecting rod. It is an I-shaped structure whose one end is connected to piston and other one to crankshaft. The piston side end of connecting rod has hole in it. And we have also got a hole in piston cylindrical structure just beneath the piston rings. So we align this hole with connecting rod's hole and put a wrist pin through it. 4. Crankshaft. As name suggests, it is designed in such a way to convert linear, up and down motion of piston into rotational motion. It works same as slider crank mechanism. Material used for making crankshaft is cast iron generally, but we also use forged steel in high-power engines where load on crankshaft is too high. 5. Crankshaft casing or oil sump. It is also called as oil sump. It is a casing which is bolted to engine block, which covers engine from bottom, thus called crankshaft casing. It retains lubricating oil in it which is pumped to different engine parts. 6. Engine head. Engine head is casted in the same way as engine block. Its mold is made such that the casted piece must have an opening for air to flow into engine cylinder and an exhaust opening from where the burnt gases will go out. This passage of air flowing in and going out of engine cylinder is controlled by inlet and outlet valves. 7. Valves. As we have already know that they control the inlet and exhaust air to go into and out of engine cylinder. Material used to make valves is nickel chromium iron alloy. It can resist high temperature and have great strength. Valve could be described in two parts: valve stem and valve head. 8. Camshaft. It is a shaft with a number of cam profiles along its length. So it regulates the valve's opening and closing time. It does so by pressing the end of valve stem by its cam profile. 9. Valve spring and tappet. Valve spring provides a self-returning mechanism when valve is not being pressed by camshaft. We further have bucket-type tappet covering the valve spring. The purpose of tappet is to provide smooth surface for cam to press the valve spring or inlet and outlet valve. 10. Timing belt. Wonder how camshaft gets its rotational motion to regulate valves. It's through timing belt, which transmits the motion of gear mounted at crankshaft called crank gear, to the gear mounted at camshaft. The ration of cam gear to that of crank gear is 2:1. So that camshaft would rotate only once in 2 rotations of crankshaft. 11. Spark plug. It is the parts of an engine that ignites the air-fuel mixture in the engine cylinder. It produces the spark at right time by using electrical energy of battery. The basic working principle is that when we have high electrical potential at one end and zero or negative potential at other end, and two ends being real very close to each other, it produces an electric field so strong between them that it ionizes the air molecules, thus producing spark. 12. Gasket. A wide variety of materials are used in making gaskets like Teflon, glass fiber, silicone, etc. It is generally a paper-like sheet which is placed between engine block and engine head. As we have already discussed that we have both water and oil vents in engine block, so gasket gives insulation from water or oil leaking into engine cylinder or air-fuel mixture.